Take you to Mexico City, where the San Antonio Spurs hosted the Miami Heat this afternoon. First quarter, after trailing by as many as 11 points, the Spurs take the lead behind Doug McDermott. Three-pointer is good. Then he goes three ball again moments later, and the Spurs are in front 28-20, and they led 28-25 after one. Second quarter, check out this play. Trey Jones gives the ball to Jakob Poeltl. He looks around, then he just takes off for a big slam dunk for 2 of his 7 points. Late second quarter now, Trey hands out another assist, this time to Keldon Johnson for 3, and the Spurs go up by 5. Keldon scored a team-high 22 points, and the Spurs led at halftime 55-52. The start of the third quarter was delayed about 15 minutes after a malfunction due to the lights. Now, once they came on, the Spurs started the third on a strong note, stealing the ball. Keita Bates-Diop, who hands it off to Devin Vassell, and it's 59-52 San Antonio. More Spurs defense. Poeltl grabs the board, passes to Trey, who quickly feeds Bates-Diop for some jam, and it's 63-57 Silver and Black. Less than 3 minutes in the third, Keldon weaves his way through the defense and finds the rook, Jeremy Sohan, for a high percentage shot for his only hoop and points. Spurs are up 84-80 after 3. Miami would take control in the fourth, outscoring the Spurs 31-17. So the Heat beat the Spurs in Mexico City 111-101, in part because of the Spurs' poor fourth quarter defense.
Yeah, I think we got to communicate more, talk more. In the fourth quarter, we might have been tired or whatever the excuse is, but we got to sit here and, I put on myself. It was a couple times I got backdoored, and with me being the leader of the team, I got to be more vocal, more disruptive, and, I put that on myself.
Spurs will next play at the Houston Rockets Monday night at 7 at the Toyota Center. Men's college basketball today. Number 2, Virginia Cavaliers hosting the 5th-ranked Houston Cougars. The Cougs trailed 9-0 before coming back to win this one. Off the Cavs turnover, the Cougars push the ball back down the court. Jamal Sheed finds Marcus Sasser for 3, and Houston leads 26-19, and they went up at halftime 30-26. Second half, the Cougars saved the ball from going out of bounds twice. Tremont Marks saves it finally to Reggie Chaney for a huge slam dunk, and the Cougs lead by 11. And number 2 Houston wins 69-61, improving to 11-1 overall. The Bernie Greyhounds made their state championship game debut yesterday afternoon and were so close to claiming the program's first title. But Bernie saw a 21-point lead evaporate in the second half of a heartbreaking 24-21 loss to China Spring. KSAT 12's Andrew Seeley was at AT&T Stadium, and he has more on the game's final turning point.
There's so many plays in this state title game that Bernie would like to have back, but one specifically stands out. With 3 minutes left in regulation and the game tied at 21, Jackson Bays found Houston Hendricks for an incredible diving grab along the sideline that would have given the Greyhounds a first down at the China Spring 12-yard line. Unfortunately, Bernie was called for an eligible man downfield, erasing the play and ultimately resulting in a punt. The Cougars took advantage and marched right down the field to kick the game-winning field goal as time expired.
I thought we were heading in the right direction there in the fourth quarter. We were trying to do the same thing to them, milk the clock, run the ball, keep it from them, kick a field goal or score a late touchdown to win. Unfortunately, we got a penalty and got behind the chains, and that was it.
Very good team we played. We didn't give up either. We fought hard. The whole game was, a dogfight. Just tough.
There's no one on this team or the coaching staff that I don't like, and it was just an amazing senior year and cool getting to play in this game.
Had the best 4 years ever, and the best 4 years playing for my dad, playing for my little brother. Couldn't have asked for a better senior year in the high school career.
Regardless of the final score, Bernie can hold their heads high as the best football team in city history. From AT&T Stadium, Andrew Seeley, KSAT 12 Sports.
Thank you, Andrew, and yes, they can. Coming up later in sports, UTSA linebacker Trey Moore had a heck of a game for UTSA at the Cure Bowl. Guys.
To it. Thank you, Larry.
All right, thank you. Well, if you were out at the mall, it was probably packed. That's because it's the last shopping Saturday of the holiday season. The last-minute deals you might find this weekend.
And up next on this week's Behind the Kitchen Door, one place filled with gnats and flies and another where employees were not seen washing their hands. Who are the offenders? We'll tell you right after this.
A Northeast Side sports bar with a rodent problem makes a return visit to Behind the Kitchen Door.
Yeah, and a West Side bar and Chinese restaurant racked up health violations during their recent inspections. I went in search of answers in this week's Behind the Kitchen Door. Hello, how are you doing? Is there a manager available I could talk to?
After their recent health inspection report, I had some questions for the staff at La Perla del Pacifico Sports Bar located in the 2600 block of Northeast Loop 410. But there was a language barrier.
Do you speak Spanish?
I do not, no.
Okay, es que muy little.
Nobody speaks English? Okay.
I wanted to know why they got another low score on their health inspection. La Perla del Pacifico Sports Bar. I just featured them on BKD back in July when they got a 76. When the inspector visited again on November 14th, he gave them a 77. Food inside the walk-in cooler had to be thrown out because it was out of the required temperature. They also had to toss out rusty, heavily dented cans. Dirty magnetic strips were holding clean knives. The inspector found rodent droppings throughout the business and other signs of rodent activity. A reinspection was ordered. Bombshells located in the 8400 block of Highway 151 fizzled out with a 79. 2 tubs of chicken were thrown out because the cold unit was too warm. The inspector also found food in the cold unit that had been returned by a customer that needed to be removed. An employee was caught picking up raw chicken from the floor with gloves on, but they didn't wash their hands after that. Another was caught touching food with their bare hands. They were also told to hire pest control services to deal with gnats and flies. Beijing Express in the 8000 block of Marbach earned a 79 and a reinspection. They had black mold-like substance growing in the ice machine. There was more mold buildup on the pipes and handles of a sink. None of the employees washed their hands once during the inspection, and there were multiple dead roaches, and the back door was found wide open. They were also storing food storage containers on the floor. That's what's happening behind the kitchen door. Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
And if you want to know who has good scores and who doesn't, we have a tool for that. Just scan this QR code with your phone. It'll take you to a mapping tool that has the scores for local food businesses here in San Antonio. The reports go back 6 months and they're frequently updated.
Well, the U.S. State Department is issuing a level 3 travel advisory urging Americans to reconsider traveling to Peru during this crime and unrest. This just one step down from a do not travel advisory. Violence erupting in the streets following the recent arrest of its former president, Pedro Castillo. Flights, buses, and railways coming to a halt with demonstrations blocking access to transportation. As the situation deteriorates, some tourists are calling their plight overwhelming and are desperate to get home.
Good thing is we did see Machu Picchu. Bad thing is we saw it on Monday. So we've been here for a while. We've been stranded.
Everything is literally going to shambles around us.
I have family back home. I have my wife and 2 children.
General elections are supposed to take place in 2026, but Peru's president is now calling for them to be held in December next year. Many people, both inside and outside of Peru, believe the jailed former president is the country's rightful leader.
Happening around America, hospitals are being pushed to capacity by patients with RSV, COVID, and the flu. The number of people dying from COVID-19 is also higher than it was at this same time last year when Omicron was surging. ABC's Alexis Christoforous tells us why health experts are worried we're heading into a winter surge.
Hospitalizations rising as the triple-demic spreads across the country, while officials say RSV cases are starting to go down and COVID cases nationwide have been stable. Cases of the flu are soaring. As we head into the holidays, 45 states reporting high or very high levels of flu-like activity. The situation is particularly concerning in Los Angeles County, where the health department says the number of available hospital beds is at its lowest level since the start of the pandemic.
So what are you seeing right now inside these hospitals?
We are slammed. The county saying with a population of 10 million people, they only have 242 open beds for adults, and for children, just 88 beds. At Northridge Hospital, they reached more than 90% of their capacity.
This year has been especially hard. All the mask mandates and things have been relaxed.
Near Fresno, RSV landed 3.5-month-old Tucker in the hospital, where he was put on oxygen. His mother saying she and her husband first thought it was just a cold, but noticed his breathing didn't seem right.
And when I looked at it, it reminded me of a baby I saw on the news that they showed with RSV.
St. Luke's Health in Idaho is also feeling the strain, forced to make adjustments to try to handle all the patients. They're also rationing medication like children's liquid Tylenol, ibuprofen, and amoxicillin.
It blows me away that we're struggling with things like this.
There have been spot shortages of over-the-counter medications on store shelves for weeks, but the White House insists there is enough supply in the pipeline. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
Well, a skier is thankful to be alive after being buried by an avalanche and then rescued from the Utah wilderness. 35-year-old Travis Hausner was buried in snow up to his chest for 45 minutes on Wednesday. The avalanche, approximately 200 feet wide, slammed him into a tree. Hausner shouted for help for nearly an hour trying to dig himself out. Luckily, an off-duty firefighter skiing with his dog heard the cries for help and called 911. Rescue crews were able to dig him out.
I'm super grateful for all the people that got me out of there. But, I wouldn't be me if I didn't want to go out and ski again. So first thing I'll probably do once I heal up is go skiing.
He did suffer some serious injuries, but is expected to make a full recovery.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Today is the last Saturday before Christmas Day, also known as Super Saturday. I didn't know that. How inflation concerns are impacting the season for giving.
Well, there is just 1 week left until Christmas, and 8 nights of Hanukkah start tomorrow.
Already.
Yep.
That means the final holiday shopping rush is on. The National Retail Federation says 52% of retailers plan to shop the week before Christmas Day.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous has more on the great last-minute deals.
Everyone knows that Black Friday is the crazy shopping day after Thanksgiving. The weekend before Christmas also has its own meaning for retailers.
For retailers, Super Saturday is that last chance to make sure that shoppers pick them to get the last of the gifts on their gift list. And so for shoppers, that means deals.
Super Saturday is considered one of the busiest shopping days of the year.
Just some last minute gifts, maybe something cozy for our mom to put on Christmas morning.
This year, Christmas Eve falls on a Saturday, pushing Super Saturday back, giving shoppers 8 days for that final push.
So things like toys, games, holiday gift sets, holiday decor, those things are going to be the most on sale.
Also called Panic Saturday, this year shoppers are expected to turn out in record numbers despite inflation concerns. And they will be rewarded with deep discounts as stores cut prices to unload excess inventory.
Really, no matter what you may need for under the tree, you're going to find discounts out there.
This year, the deals aren't just for those shopping at brick and mortar stores. Retail experts say online shoppers can get in on the action too. Some of the shipping deadlines for online purchases run through Super Saturday as well. And if you still don't know what to get some of the people on your list, a survey by the National Retail Federation and Prosper Insights and Analytics found 54% of consumers want to receive gift cards this year. Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
All right. We've got that cold weather that we've been asking
Yeah,
for.
it's going to feel like Ohio when my Ohio family comes down here for Christmas this year. I don't think we'll be swimming in the pool this time.
Probably not like last year, right? Yeah. We are expecting a big Arctic cold front to arrive shortly before Christmas weekend. But first, let's talk about the next couple of days, starting with tomorrow. A cold start tomorrow with increasing clouds, and then on Monday, we are expecting some scattered rain in the morning. Finally, that big Arctic cold front expected to arrive on Thursday, bringing with it a hard freeze, especially on Friday and Saturday mornings. All right, tomorrow, though, we do expect a light freeze across parts of the hill country and some of the rural outskirts of San Antonio. So in Hondo, it'll be 32 degrees freezing. It'll be below freezing in Kerrville, below freezing potentially in New Braunfels for the first time this year. And as we zoom in a little bit closer, you can get a neighborhood view. Anywhere north of this pink line is expected to see at least a light freeze. So in Canyon Lake, Bulverde, Bernie, Helotes, Rio Medina, out toward New Braunfels, up toward Kerrville, and out west toward Uvalde. Here in San Antonio, we should stay above freezing, but some of these neighborhoods in the north side of San Antonio near the Rim, Stone Oak, Helotes, those areas could see their first light freeze of the season. After that cold cold start. We're going to start off with partly cloudy skies, but those clouds are actually going to increase tomorrow. So by noon, it should be fairly cloudy, still in the upper 40s. And in the afternoon, a high temperature of only 53 degrees. So a cool and a cloudy day, at least becoming cloudy during the day tomorrow. Then we turn our attention out to the west, where a trough of low pressure is bringing some rain to Baja California. This is going to be approaching and bringing us some showers on Monday. Again, increasing clouds tomorrow, but with that trough approaching from the west, we expect scattered showers to begin in the overnight hours tomorrow night into Monday morning. In the pre-dawn hours of Monday, that's when we expect coverage to start to increase, about 50% coverage. Temperatures will be in the 40s, so it's going to be a chilly, damp start to the day on Monday. Again, about 50% coverage, so some people will see rain and unfortunately others will not. About a tenth to half an inch of rain possible around San Antonio. Then into the afternoon on Monday, the rain chances end and it'll be a cool day with a high temperature near 56. After that, it's all about the cold air, which will be moving through on Thursday of this upcoming week. Temperatures across the nation right now fairly cold. We've got 4 below in Cut Bank and 4 below in Bismarck, but look at these temperatures in Siberia. 51 below. I'm not going to try to pronounce that town name in Siberia, but that is a cold core of air. That's what's expected to spill across the United States shortly before Christmas. That Arctic air mass making it to San Antonio on Thursday. Here's where the freezing line is, and you can see, watch what happens on Thursday. That cold core of air just spills across Texas, bringing us likely our first freeze of the season in San Antonio, and a hard freeze at that. Then as we head into Friday, it should stay pretty cold with high temperature in the upper 30s. And over the weekend, Saturday, Christmas Eve, and Sunday, Christmas Day, I expect in the mornings for us to have freezes, but temperatures should regulate in the afternoons, and that's because we're expecting sunshine. It'll be cold, but it will be sunny, so we won't have to worry about any kind of wintry precipitation. If you're hoping for snow, it'll take a Christmas miracle, but still, we're expecting cold weather on Friday morning 20, Saturday morning 22, and on Sunday, Christmas morning 30. By the way, it's going to be colder than this in the hill country, and on Friday morning, that 20 degrees could feel like it's in the single digits because of stout winds from the north. So a blast of very cold Arctic air. By the way, I think it goes with reminding this is not going to be like February 2021. Right. We had a much longer extended period of time well below freezing, and we had snow on the ground too. So it won't be like that.
Yeah, it won't be like Siberia, negative 51. I won't be
true.
going there for Christmas.
All right.
It's the Siberian Express, and I guess we're blaming Russia for the cold weather.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sarah.
You're welcome.
All right, UTSA has a problem winning bowls, Larry.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're 0-4, and they should have won that one yesterday, I feel, but 5 turnovers really cost them. Defensively, though, the Roadrunners were pretty much lights out in the first half. Linebacker Trey Moore was an absolute beast, and in the NBA, the Spurs certainly let one get away tonight. Coming up. Led by linebacker Trey Moore, UTSA's defense dominated Troy for most of the first half yesterday at the Cure Bowl. Moore out of Smithson Valley High School came up with back-to-back sacks in the second quarter, with the Roadrunners leading 9-0. He led UTSA with 2 sacks and tied for a team high with 6 tackles. For the game, the Roadrunners tied a program record with 6 sacks. Jamal Ligon, Corey Mayfield Jr., Tremaine Bell III, and Joe Evans also got to the Trojans' QB. On top of that, the Roadrunners totaled 14 tackles for loss.
Yeah, man, I'm just so proud of our guys. You know, going in this week, we heard a lot about their defense and, you know, how great they were. And, you know, we came in with the mentality that we were the best defense on the field. And, you know, I feel like our performance tonight, we showed ourselves and, you know, had a good performance.
Well, congrats to Coach Summerall and Troy. They've got a very good football team. Had a great season and a really hard-fought football game. We thought it would be a low-scoring NFL-like type football game, and that's about what it was.
In the FCS playoffs, the University of the Incarnate Word fell to the reigning national champions, North Dakota State Bison, 35-32 at the Fargo Dome last night. Cardinals quarterback Lindsey Scott Jr. finished the game with 3 touchdowns, 282 passing yards, and 80 yards rushing. He was also picked off twice, with the final one coming with less than 1:20 to go in the game. North Dakota State will run out the clock after that. The Cardinals finished their season 12-2.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Minnesota Vikings completed the largest comeback in NFL history today after it looked like the Colts were going to crush them. Second quarter, Julian Blackmon intercepts Kirk Cousins, and he takes that one back 17 yards for a Colts touchdown and 30-0 lead. Indy led 33-zip at halftime. But the second half was all Vikings. Cousins throws the ball to Dalvin Cook on the screen, and he does the rest, taking that pass 64 yards for a touchdown. And the Vikings are down 2 with 2:15 left in regulation. They would go for 2 and convert, tying the game at 36 and forcing overtime in OT. Bring on Greg Joseph for a 40-yard field goal, and it's good. And the Vikings completed the biggest comeback in NFL history, erasing a 33-point hole to beat the Colts 39-36 in overtime to win the NFC North. How about some AFC North action? Baltimore at Cleveland. Quarterback Deshaun Watson making his Cleveland Browns home debut. Third quarter, Browns on top 6-3 when Watson connects with Amari Cooper, who picks up 28 yards down to the Ravens' 18-yard line. Coop led all receivers with 58 yards tonight. Moments later, Watson finds Donovan Peoples-Jones for the game's only touchdown, 3 yards, and the Browns win it 13-3. The loss drops Baltimore out of first place in the AFC North. Playing at 7,350 feet above sea level, the Heat beat the Spurs of Mexico City today, 111-101. Spurs led by as many as 8 points, and the Heat by as many as 13 in the fourth quarter when they put this game on ice. Keldon Johnson, who led the Spurs with 22 points, said they lost to a more veteran squad.
We played a very experienced and really good team tonight. I feel like that they out-executed us down the stretch. You know, they got to what they wanted to get to, and, you know, we kind of struggled offensively and defensively. So head goes off to them. But like you said, I feel like once we get the experience piece and really lock in, I feel like we'll be in good shape.
I think they'll be in good shape once they get that experience as well.
Yep. Talented, young and talented.
Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Just a reminder that there will be a light freeze north of that pink line, mainly across the hill country and to places just on the outskirts of San Antonio early tomorrow morning. Then we'll be warming up into the low 50s tomorrow under cloudy skies. Morning showers Monday and a big cold front Thursday, set to give us a hard freeze Friday and Saturday morning. By the way, ERCOT did release a press release on Friday in which they state that ERCOT, quote, ERCOT expects sufficient generation to meet forecasted demand and will continue to provide updates, end quote.
All right.
We'll see. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.